Well, good evening, viewers. Thank you very much for tuning in, and it's been great to see so many of you tuning in to the World Bowls Tour channel on YouTube, where we're trying out for the last 18 months, where we've been operating our new free-to-view TV channel, and hope you're really enjoying the bowls. It's been great to see so many viewers tuning in. We are achieving far better numbers than we expected, so let it continue. Just to introduce, sitting on my left is Greg Harlow, world number 9. Next to me is Andy at world number 10, and one of our full-time officials, Dan Blewett, who will be making a record of this draw. Now, the draw is for the Co-operative Funeralcare International Open in 2015, and we're very fortunate enough to be seated in the five-star resort at Potter's Leisure. It's fantastic here. It is the World Indoor Championships, and hopefully some of you have been following that. The International Open is from the 1st to the 7th of March 2015, and it is held at Blackpool Newton Hall. So hopefully some of you will get a chance to come down and see us all there. So without further ado, Greg has got the responsibility of drawing out the top 16, and Andy will be drawing out the qualifiers. So over to you, Greg. Let's see who comes out of the pot first. So we have
Jonathan Ross.
So we have Jonathan Ross, and Jonathan Ross is seeded at number 13.
To play David Corkill.
Oh! That's a perfect draw.
That's a cracking draw, that is.
That's a pint by Jono. Let's get one this time. Mark Royal, 14.
Mark Royal seeded at number 14.
We'll play Hong Kong, Geordie Lowe.
So that's probably going to bring a smile to Mark Royal's face. Greg, shall we have another one?
Jason Greenslade, 12.
So Jason Greenslade at number 12.
We'll play Wildcard 2 Ladies Match Play.
Right, and for information, this was agreed with the Co-operative Funeralcare, who have agreed to re-sponsor us, and the sponsors get 2 wildcard choices, and that was one of his choices. So that is the Ladies World Match Play Champion from the 2015 World Indoor Championships.
This one's a bit tight.
Oh, that was me, Greg, just to make sure that
Andy
nobody...
Thompson, MBE, number 10. Who do you want to play, Andy?
Somebody that's not very good, hopefully.
Tour card Ben Sherwin.
Bad luck, mate.
Sorry, Ben.
So, Greg.
Greg Harlow. Who do you want?
I'm out.
USA Charles Herbert.
No comment.
No comment. Anybody's good enough to beat me. Alex Marshall, MBE, number 4. There's a quiet hush.
South Africa.
Right, before we carry on with the draw, ladies and gentlemen, South Africa have already informed me that they cannot attend the international, and under the rules of the World Bowls Tour, it is the next person on the WBT ranking list. So Robert Wheel will get the call for that slot.
Paul Foster, MBE, number 1. Mark Dawes is still in there, isn't he?
Will he get another easy draw?
He's itching to know this one.
Australia, Des Khan.
Over to you, Greg.
Robert Paxton, 2.
Israel, Shalom Ben Ami.
Well done, mate. Well done, mate. Outstanding.
Let's go check as the backing players are that in here.
Nick Brett, 3.
Damian Dubler.
David Gourlay, 5.
Canada.
Are you sure Mark Dawes is in this draw?
He's in a different jar.
Wayne Hogg, 16.
New Zealand, Ken Walker.
Before we carry on, we had an email in this morning from New Zealand. Ken Walker has been taken ill. They cannot furnish a placement. So once again, under the WBT rules, the next available person on the ranking list will be called, and that would be Colin Walker.
Mervyn King, number 6.
Wildcard 1, Neil Smith.
Darren Burnett, 7.
Better look after Darren.
Look after Darren.
Tourcard 2, Mark Dawes.
Thank you.
Sorry, Darren.
That's the one we've been waiting for.
As you can imagine, ladies and gentlemen, although you can't see them on camera, quite a number of the top 16 are gathered here to see who gets the lucky draws. Greg,
That
over
was
to
the
you.
lucky one, was it? Mark Dawes was the lucky one. Local player.
Simon Skelton, 15.
Ian Gallagher.
There's only 2 left in here, Richard.
That's good.
John Rambo Price, 11.
Well play. Australia, Daniel Patterson.
And hopefully you've both got one each left.
Yes.
Who do you think's this one? Stuart Anderson, number 8.
Don't know who's left to come. We'll play Les Gillett.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the draw. Later on tonight, ladies and gentlemen and viewers, the draw will be typed up. It'll be published both on WBT Facebook, which is Facebook/World Bowls Tour. It'll also go on the World Bowls Tour website, www.worldbowlstour.com. And during the course of the week, we will put a graphic up on the YouTube channel. But just to quickly run through so that you can see where in the draw these people have gone. Starting from the top of the draw, it's Paul Foster, versus Des Can, it is Jonathan Ross, David Corkill, Mark Royal, Geordie Lowe, David Gawley, Canada. I can't read my own writing. Who's that one?
That is Mervyn King.
Mervyn King gets Neil Smith. Jason Greenslade gets, refresh me here,
Wildcard 2 there.
Wildcard 2.
Ladies champion.
Sorry, yeah, which is the Ladies World Indoor Champion. Andy Thompson gets Ben Sherwin. Alex Marshall, MBE, gets Robert Wheel. Nicky Brett, excuse me, Nicky Brett gets Damian Doubler. Greg Harlow gets the USA. Wayne Hogg, Colin Walker. Darren Burnett gets Mark Dawes. Stuart Anderson gets Les Gillett. Simon Skelton gets Ian Gallagher. John Price gets Mr. Patterson. And Robert Paxton gets Israel. Well, ladies and gentlemen and viewers, thank you very much for staying in and watching this. Hopefully you'll be watching tonight's match, which is quite a crucial match because it's literally it boils down to one of these two from the qualifiers getting through into the main tournament. So with that, from us at WBT, we'll sign off for the evening. Thank you very much.
boxing like yesterday. She is okay, by the way. Has anybody heard how the lady is who hurt her leg? Yes. He said the balls going up the green weren't bending so much. That was that cold. Does that make a difference? Does that make a difference? Does it? Does it? Oh. Does anybody know that about the bowls? If it's cold, the balls don't go very far? No, I don't know. I don't even know what the game's about. What? They don't bend. They don't bend. Hey, oh, look, that's bending. Look, here it goes. Watch it, look. Damian's bending his balls. Yeah, see? You right? Bowls, love, bowls. He's going to tell me, hang on, ladies, I've got this, my agent's down here. He's here. What's that? Yeah. They was all complaining about how cold it was. Well, we'll tell you, we'll put another bar on the gas fire. All right. So, are you cold? Anybody cold? Who's hot? Hey, on, sit over that side then.
Who wants to call this?
He's my mate. You here for the whole? Are you here for the whole tournament? Are you? Are you here for the whole tournament? Oh my God. I don't mind actually because it's nice to have a little bit of banter. It's nice to have a bit of banter, isn't it?
Keep it the job.
Yeah. How are we all upstairs? Okay. You're quite a way away. Can you see that screen now? Is that good for you? Is that okay? What's that? It's too small. If you come further down, it's closer. Bigger. Are you okay in the corner? Nobody puts baby in the corner. Look, see? She's up there. Who plays bowls? Give us a wave if you play bowls at home. Who plays bowls? Who's any good? Oh, the hands drop straight. I've had a go. We have a charity match here, a celebrity match in the week. I'm not sure who it is, but we have a celebrity match, and I'll be hosting it this year. It'll be interesting to see. We've had boxers, we've had footballers, we've had some nice, good players, and some of them are quite good actually. Some are rubbish. Did I get your name right, sir? Did I say your name right? Was it good? Can't you have a name like Fred or something? It's a hell of a name, that, isn't it? Do you want to say a few words, Mr. Boss, CEO? Yeah, here, I'm going to hand you over to Richard Madison, ladies and gentlemen.
You call what you do work? Hey? I'm only stepping on to stop him singing. Just to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, who was in last night? Hands up, please. Yeah, in which case then I better... Confused? Yeah. Let me just explain, ladies and gentlemen, what this match is tonight. It is 2 sets of 7 ends only. It is the last of the preliminaries for the last space direct into the World Indoor Championships. And these players have been playing around robin because some of them, like Zvika, have come a hell of a long way. And it's a long way to come for one game if you're unfortunate. So we organise it as a round robin for all our overseas players. And we felt it was fair that they actually came here to play the last of their matches to get into the World Championships. Otherwise, they don't get the experience of Potters or the World Indoor Championships. Well, from all the round robins, ladies and gentlemen, and I don't wish to put any pressure on these two players, but we've done the computations, and the last space actually goes down to one of these two people. They are playing tonight for the last space in the World Championships. And, sorry?
Okay. Thank you. Good luck, sir.
No, some of the overseas players, because of flights, obviously they book a period, and John Potter and family are very kind, and they put them up here, so they're not incurring massive costs. So that's it. And I will tell you now, because the players themselves do know this, Zvika needs to draw just one set. Damian needs to win both sets. So really, ladies and gentlemen, this is a match, you know, that is massive to them to get into the final. So I'll hand you back to my colleague.
Thank you. Are we nearly there? A couple of minutes?
You're on.
I'm on. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a massive, massive round of applause. They have played really well to get onto the rink. Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome onto the rink from Israel, Zvika Hadar. And his opponent tonight, ladies and gentlemen, from Wales, it is Damian.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the WBT live streaming. The Just Retirement World Indoor Singles Championship here, hosted by Potters Resort, Clapton-on-Sea. My name's Janice Gower, and I'm going to be talking
And
you
your
through
officials
tonight's
for this
game.
match, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Davis is the marker, and Brian Daly is your umpire. Have a good match, lads.
Well, interesting tie here. These two players have been playing in the round-robin stages to gain the exclusive last spot in the main singles draw. The winner of tonight's game, or the winner of the last spot, will play Andy Thompson tomorrow night at 7:30 in the main singles draw. And the position is Zvika Hadar has to win half a set. All he has to do is tie one set and he's guaranteed that spot. Damian Dubler has got to win both sets. He needs to win both sets to take that last spot. So we're going to have an exciting game here tonight, and Zvika's opened up with a great bowl there. The game is 2 sets of 7 ends. No tie break in the round robin stages, so we're playing 2 sets of 7 ends. Well, both players have found nice opening leads. Damian Dubler played here last night. This is Zvika's first game on the portable. All the other games have been played outside on the bowlers bar rinks here at the fantastic Potters Resort, who play host to this World Championships and do it in a very impressive way.
The shot ball in relation to jack height, please.
5 inches short of jack high.
Well, Damian just dropping a bit short there. He was looking to reach his own bowl, reach shot bowl. Zvika very close to drawing a second shot there.
1 red.
I think it might have just sat out. For those of you watching at home that like to know what bowls the players are playing with, they both play with Drake's Pride Professionals. Oh, that was an unfortunate
2 red.
connection for Damian there. Oh, that nicely tucks the the jack away. He was a little bit over the pace he wanted to be.
2 red.
But he certainly made it hard for Damian now to count shot, and a bit dangerous because if he just arrives into the bowls, turns the jack a couple of times, he could actually give Zvika a bigger count again. Remembering here, a very exciting game for these two players. Damian has got to win both sets. Zvika just needs to draw one. It's quite nice when in round robins games come down to literally the last game.
Two shots, Zvika Hadar.
And Zvika opens up proceedings there with a 2-shot count on the first end of this 7-end first set. Zvika joined me in commentary a couple of days ago. He's the president of the European Bowling Union. Very proud of that. First time it's been an Israeli.
Jack length 28.5 metres.
And in October, Israel are to host the European Bowls Union tournament. And if anybody wants any further information, apparently there is an EBU internet site. Zvika's been very, very active in sport over the years. Played tennis and basketball to a very high level, very competitive player. Very nice gentleman as well. Damian won the WIBC Championship over in Jersey back in April, which earned him the right to play here. He's also qualified for the International Open in Blackpool. And has played for Wales in the Senior International since 2008. So both very, very competitive players. So we should be in for a good game tonight. Damian clicking his fingers. Become a trademark of his to click his fingers. Normally when he does that he's just overweight, he's trying to slow the ball down. Very good effort that from Zvika. Is that ball tight?
Green. All players come here desperate to play in the main tournament. A lot of pressure on both the players here. Damian's just played a wonderful shot there. Hold a count of 2. 2 green.
Zvika coming to have a look at this. In the preliminary round robins, the players are not playing under the shot clock, so plenty of time to think about it and have a look. And once they get into the main tournament, and whichever one of them plays Andy Thompson tomorrow evening, that game will be played under shot clock rules. Zvika choosing to play a runner, very, very hard shot to play on the portable. 2 shots to Damian Doubler there.
2 shots, Damian Doubler.
Ties the setup after 2 ends at 2-all. Well, our camera shot there nicely showed the fact that unfortunately Damian lost his jack into the ditch. It's happened several times over this weekend so far. The players are saying that the jack seems to skim over the surface here on the new carpet and new underlay that's on the portable rink.
Jack length 28.5 metres.
Very good reply here from Zvika. Nice draw player. These overseas players
2 inches short.
often have to take unpaid leave and they pay for themselves to travel over. But I've not spoken to one of them yet that hasn't been prepared to do that, because they think that this is a fantastic venue and the place to play bowls. That's thanks to the Potters Resort here, and of course the sponsors of the World Championships, Just Retirement.
The last bowl is jack high. Front of that to the front of the jack high. It's about 4 inches past.
Well, Damian just trying to play a bit of a runner there onto Zvika's bowl. Got the right sort of weight with it, but just didn't get the right connection.
It's about 7 inches short of jack high.
Well, Damian's looking at the possibility of what the angle's like to get his own bowl onto shot bowl. Ping it out the head. Not sure from this camera angle whether it would go clean, so he might just opt to play a similar bowl to his last. His weight was very good with his last, he just wanted to be a bowl higher. No, obviously the bowl will pop out, he's going for the conversion shot. Looks in the area, looks very close. Well, not sure what's happened now the dust settled. We'll find out in a minute of marker Mike Davies.
Very, very close. Slight favour for green, perhaps, but it's very close. Umpire, please.
Zvika just
Yeah, okay.
played that to arrive, just as a
Measure
bowl
for
height.
shot.
Mike Davies has called on the umpire, Brian Daly. And as we asked Brian earlier, when he was in commentary, does he go to the bowl that he thinks is closest first? He said no, he tends to go to the first bowl he comes to on the rink. It isn't his position to have a look, it's his position to just measure what he's asked to measure as umpire.
One shot, Damian Doubler.
Well, Damian got a shot out of that there. So Damian Doubler leads 3-2 after 3 ends in this first set of 7 ends. Remembering that Damian Doubler has got to win both sets here tonight. Zvika Hadar from Israel has just got to tie one of them. Well, the players are looking.
Sideline,
Has this jack
29
gone off?
metres.
No, just hung on again. Zvika played in the Scottish International Open back in November up in Perth. He's qualified a few times for PBA events, so he's no stranger to travelling over here and playing on the portable rink. But the World Championships is very special to all those players involved. And a lot of pressure on these two men out there to get that last place in the tournament.
Slightly favour red. Yes.
Yeah, Damian's asking to come and have a look at this. The players are entitled to follow their third bowl up without having to ask. But if they want to come and visit the head after their second bowl, they've got to ask permission off the marker. Sometimes is refused if the marker doesn't think it's necessary, but on most occasions the players are allowed to come and have a look, and especially when it's such an important game for both of these players. Well, Damian choosing to play a runner to try and clip this red ball out, very close to it, got it perfect. What a good ball from the young man from Wales.
It's close all the way round. I think it could possibly be 3, yes. It's very close. It's definitely 1.
Zvika will just want to just get round his short bowl with a foot or so. Still plenty of room for a draw. This looks a very tight line, but if he's played it with a little bit of weight, a couple of chances, very close to shot bowl.
1 green.
That's been good enough to get second bowl. Usual click of the fingers off Damian. So it normally means that he thinks it's just running a touch further than he wants it.
2 green.
And Davis confirms that it did enough to get second bowl. Zvika's got to change his hand here. Turns his own short bowl to the right of your screen over once, it helps. But if he could just get past it to the shot bowl of Damian's, that would be better. Down a very good track here. Oh, I think this is very close, all on his pace here. It's just been unfortunate that the bowls didn't sit down. I think it's still 1 to Damian.
No.
Okay.
Zvika very
One
much a
shot, Damian
character.
Dublin.
It would have been lovely to have had him mic'd up down there while he's playing, like we do with the players in the pairs. So I'm sure we'd have had a few quips off him. One of the great characters we see on the World Bowls Tour circuit. Thoroughly enjoys his bowls. And he'll be hoping to do all those people that will be watching this streaming in Israel, hoping to do them proud. Good opener there from Damian. Puts the pressure back on Zvika. 3 ends left of this first set.
1 green.
Better line for them, Zvika there, but just missed his weight. Gives Damian the chance to draw for another. Yep, he's in for 2. Zvika
2
needs
green.
to really match that last ball. If he just rests off it, he's got a chance of shot. Down a good track again. All on his pace, I think, here. Very close. Very close. Oh, might have just been unlucky there. Might have just stayed with Damian's bolt. Yep. Marker Mike Davis confirms that. Well, Zvika's got the chance of the trail on the jack for a count of 2. His problem is he doesn't want to get tight because that'll just swoop under. He needs to get a connection on his last delivery. Watching it. Watching it. Oh, what a great effort.
One shot, Damian doubler.
So after 5 ends of this opening set, Damian doubler is 5-2 up. Umpire Brian Daly.
Jack length 29 metres.
Walks down the rink to let us know what length the jack is. And he looks where the mat's been set, looks where the jack finishes, and then reports to us what the distance is. Neither player nailing it at this end. Damian's gone a yard through. Zvika's dropped about a yard short. Zvika's going to have a chance of tying this set. He really needs to pick up at least 1, if not 2 shots here. Damian looks to have adjusted on his first bowl.
1 green.
Come up with a good delivery there. Well played, Damian. Great effort from Zvika there on the portable rink here. Anything just a couple of yards on is always a tough shot to play.
Two green. Zvika playing with a bit more pace here, trying to hold it up very, very close.
very close, needs a split. Perfect result there for Zvika. Still leaves room for Damian, but it
One
puts
red.
the pressure back onto the man from Wales. Well,
One green.
he's clicking his fingers. Almost seemed like he didn't like that, but he's holding shot. Great effort again by Zvika.
One shot, Damian doubler.
And Damian takes a 6-2 lead now, with one end to play. Well, if Zvika could conjure up a 4 to tie the set, otherwise we go into a very nail-biting second set here tonight in this game.
Strike length 29 metres.
Good opening ball there from Damian, really puts on the pressure, makes it very... Can't afford a short bowl, Zvika, if he's going to have any chance of picking up the 4 here. But I think Damian will be doing everything to try and stop that by trying to put another one close. Damian just going to cover those last bowls, go deep. Well, not sure what Zvika was trying to play with that, but I think we might be going into a second set here tonight. Looks like Damian Doubler's going to win this first set. That's him halfway home. There's a lot of pressure on them both in the second set.
Two shots in the first set to Damian doubler.
So, Damian wins the first set. 8-2. That gets him one of the sets of this evening that he needs to win. Takes us into very exciting times in the second set. We're in the position where Zvika still has to try and halve the set. Damian has to win it. So both players really looking at trying to win the set. As obviously trying to halve a set is virtually impossible. These things just happen.
Meters.
Damian's got into a rhythm now, very, very confident player, as well as very competent player. It's a good opener here. Yeah, great ball from Damian. Struggled a little bit earlier on in the game yesterday evening, but settled into a good. Well, Zvika's watching this line. It's just under, he's trying to just change something. Yep, that makes it better.
2 green.
But he's still 2 shots down.
Three green.
Zvika's really got to change his hand here. Damian looks on a good line here. He's just urging it on.
1 green.
Zvika's jogging back up the green to get his ball. No need to, Zvika. We've got no shot clock tonight. Take your time. Choosing to follow Damian's bowl down on the backhand. Line looks very good. Needs to slip past his own bowl. Well, first blood in the second set to Damian.
One shot, Damian Doubler.
1-0 to the first end of the second set. Keeping it tight though is Zvika. Had been 3 down at one point in time in that end. So dropping a 1 is better than dropping a 3.
Jack length, 29 metres.
1 green.
Zvika's just going to be unlucky again. Not the back edge of Damian's bowl, just wanted to drift around that really.
Two green.
Well, Zvika's really just lost his pace now. All the bowls are in virtually a perfect line. Damian won't want to give Zvika a target, so he'll want his bowl, whichever hand he decides to play on, to drift back to the middle. Well, Zvika, can you adjust on your last delivery? There's no real shot as such on. I think he's just got to try and get that perfect length. Well, again, line looks good. I think he's overplayed it.
2 shots, Damian doubler.
Damian doubler takes a 3-0 lead in the second set, a set which he has to win and Zvika has to draw, or better.
Jack length 29 metres.
Zvika really just struggling at the moment here.
On green. One red.
Zvika got a bit of luck there, which he's been struggling to find. Got the right length. Just got a nice little edge off Damian's bowl to get to shot. Damian's.
Sure.
Well, Zvika's chosen to change hand and try and draw down, just took that jack behind. Just to be a touch high for it. But the ball's not wasted there. Better to be behind than short. Damian looking to pile the pressure on now. Try and score another shot or be in the area anyway. Very close again here, Damian. And playing some superb bowls, really settled down now onto this portable rink. So the successful player from tonight's game, whether Zvika manages to get through the round robin by tying this set or Damian Dubler wins the set. I'm sure Andy Thompson, MBE, will be looking on. Better look who his opposition is going to be for tomorrow night. Mike Davis just said that it's one green. Zvika on a very good track here. Very close. Great effort. Not enough.
One shot, Damian Dubler.
Damian Dubler takes a 4-0 lead after 3 ends in this second set of this round robin game. Cameraman obviously likes catching Brian Daly as he's wandering past. Good opener again from Damian. We'll be wanting to pile the pressure on Zvika now. Full 4-0 lead, 4 ends to play. Important end for Zvika here. Really getting towards the must get back in stage. Still some room for Zvika there. Needs to take this opportunity before Damian closes down this end. Looks on a narrow line again. Well, Zvika, there's still room.
Last bowl, the gap is about 2 feet.
2 feet from the jack.
2 feet from the jack, the gap.
And it's close to the.
There's an inch gap between the two bowls.
My last ball, how short?
About 18 inches.
Well, he looks to have put that on a wider line. He will finish well here if they're a good weight. Looks in the area here, Zvika. Just given up.
Two green.
Damian looking to slot another one in here. Just dropping that 2 feet short again. Well, now can Zvika make the alteration to his last delivery and sneak in to get a shot here? Get this jack back, change the length. At the moment, Damian Doubler is controlling things. Well, Zvika, very close.
One shot, Damian Doubler.
And that means that Damian is now 5-0 up after 4 ends. Big task for Zvika here. Damian has got to win this set. Zvika's got to try and tie it all better to decide which of these players moves forward into the event full draw and play against Andy Thompson tomorrow night at 7:30 here on the portable rink.
Check length 29 metres.
And at the moment, Damian's got control of this game. Got one of the sets he needed. Needs this one as well. Good opener from Damian. Well played. Good reply there from Zvika. Had to do something. It's all going against him at the moment. Needs to shake things up, needs to change things.
green.
Again, Zvika manages to change it.
Close for shot. Probably slightly favourite last ball.
Damian looking to get the shot back again, just a little bit of a promotion on his own bowl or drift pass. He looks to just be a bit shy. Now Zvika.
Your bowl is 14 inches short of jack high.
Well, looks to have overplayed this Zvika. Played the right idea as in to change his hand. Just overplayed it.
Measure for shot.
All on Damian's weight here. Just gets back and sits down, it gets shot.
One green and a measure.
Well, Zvika's got a shot on here. He fancies it. Down the forehand. Try and take both bowls, even a connection on the jack. Jack back gets him 2. Jack over to the right hand side of your screen. Gets him 2, possibly 3. I think at this stage it's a good shot to call and have a go at. But got to play it with confidence. Yeah, gone for it. Looks under to me. But any sort of result. It's going the wrong way now for Zvika. Damian holds possible 2 here, definite 1 according to the marker Mike Davies. Yep, 1 conceded. So the minimum this is 6-0 to Damian with 2 ends to play. Dependent on this measure it could be 7-0.
One shot, Damian doubler.
Yeah, 1 shot to Damian. He takes a 6-0 lead after 5 ends in this second set. So there's only 2 ends left. And Zvika has to score 6. Otherwise, the young man from Wales will step into the main part of the Just Retirement World
29
Indoor
meters.
Singles Championship here at Potters Resort and face the legend that is Andy Thompson MBE tomorrow night at 7:30. Damian has to do really is close this down. A bit of a laugh and a joke between the two players.
This is pretty much the length that I told you that it was one ball.
Even Damian's having a little smile there. Concentration full on. Zvika does like to have a chat on the rink. Say one of the characters about.
On green.
Big fat sigh from Zvika there. Was hoping to draw a shot with that one. And Damian's down a very good line again.
Two green.
Making it harder and harder work for Zvika to pick up the 6 shots he needs. Needs to count a minimum of 2 here to even take us into the final end of the set. Well, close. Very close here. Nice little nudge. Oh, that's more likely Zvika, we know.
Two red, I think. Close, two red.
Wouldn't put it past Damian to slot a draw in here though, because he's been playing very well. Be a bit of pressure on him now. But he's still got the nice comfort zone of being 6-0 up with only 2 ends left to play. Well, Zvika, obviously playing under pressure, even thanking the crowd for their applause.
Two red and a measure.
Damian playing runner, try to change this head. We nearly got that bowl into the end. Now Zvika, a 4 here. Would give you a chance at the last end. Whatever happens, he's holding the 2 that he needs to go into the last end. He's very close. Well, nail-biting stuff going into this last end. Zvika Hadar's given himself a chance. 3 conceded. Damian asking for measures on the 4th.
3 red and a measure.
Brian Daly called into action again.
Three shots for Zvika Hadar.
Well, Zvika picks up 3 shots there. Still a huge task to ask, but doable. He needs a 3 at this last end. Zvika needs to score a 3. Damian needs to stop him scoring a 3 to decide which player goes into the main draw. It's very good that it's come down to the last end of the last game in the round robins.
Strike length 24 meters.
To decide the outcome. Bit of a loose opener there from Zvika when he needs to score a 3. That won't make it easy. Zvika, that makes it very, very hard work to get the 3. Just having a bit of a chat to the audience there. Damian resetting himself.
Yes, it's actually touching. To green.
Zvika quite rightly coming to have a look. There's no shot clock on these round robin games. This is such an important game to him. Trying a bit of a hit and hope shot there. Lost one of his bowls now. So has to make sure that the 2 bowls that are on the rink, his remaining delivery, counting the shot count. But at the moment, those supporting Damian doubler will be quite confident that the young man from Wales is going to step into the main round draw here.
Three shots in the second set to Damian doubler.
There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The young man from Wales, Damian doubler, takes his place in the main.
Oh, come on, legend, what a great...
He faces Andy Thompson here tomorrow night at 7:30. Live coverage on YouTube. Starts game with us tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock with the game between Stuart Anderson and Colin Walker. Thank you for your company this evening. And please join us tomorrow.
And all the ladies love him. The ladies love you, don't they? Ladies and gentlemen, come on, one more time for Damian going through to the next round playing Andy Thompson. And thank you to Mike and of course, Mark, mate, where's he gone? Where's he gone, bro? So, ladies and gentlemen,